That event would have helped. Would it? I would have needed to have a turn where I can actually play it for a significant amount. And I didn't have really any turns there where I could afford to play it. Oh, hello, Awoken Stygian. Good to see you. Your player gains plus 15. Are you sure the Retro Nation Daily is Covenant 1? There's a Retro Nation Daily? Is it like a pre-made challenge? Kind of feels like you don't really like the Stygian Steed. No, I love the Stygian lead, is the thing. Post a custom link every day. Ooh. Exciting. I might pick that one up. Root Split Mask, we have... I mean, Root Split Mask gives me an extra turn for the enemies to hit spikes on the Sentient, as well as extra turns to take damage to the Frostbite from Titan's Tooth. Sure. Shouldn't have said anything because it's the only day I'm in first place. I'll concede before the very end. So Seraph the Chase is going to be clearing our units, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. Fine. I'm going to try and take the Rejuvenate. I almost never do this. Almost enemies enter with 3 turns. Fine. I have the ability... I have an easier time doing this because I have Pyre Shards for a few spikes in the deck, and because Seraph the Chase is going to be clearing half of our spikes in the final anyway. Okay. That's that there, and then just start stacking some regen in case. Easy Titan's Tooth with the bottom line there. As long as we've got that top liner, sure. Another Titan's Tooth out. Getting Titan's Tooth on the bottom line for the boss there. Real good. I think it might actually be best here for me to take damage to the Weight of Contrition so that I can get the Pyre Shards and both restores out. And here again, for the Titan's Tooth. So I took 6 damage there from the Blights in order to get the kill. Worth. Glimmer, Sting, Vine Grasp. Specifically because we have the... or rather we didn't go Spikes and we have the Rejuvenate. Glimmer. We have Titan's Gratitude, 2 Helical... Helical Crystallis as well as a Crypt Builder. I love Helical Crystallis. It's just a huge amount of damage to the front line. I don't really want to ever turn it down. What's Offering? Offering means the card will be played if it is... Oh, gosh. I want to go there so bad. But if it only shows me holos, I have a really bad time. Offering is whenever you discard the card, or rather if you discard the card during your turn, then you trigger it as though you were playing it. Extra damage on the Glimmer is really important right now, but do I go to get a Stygian unit just for that sake? Getting a Frostbite Sweeper, called Kalia in particular, would actually be really good. Stygian makes more sense since you have a semi-tank. Does it? Because Stygian is how I get the tanks, though. Any sweeper would be great here. Yeah. I want specifically Cold Gallia because I want the ability, while I stack a lot of regen and health gain on the Sentient, for Cold Gallia to be responding by stacking Frostbite on the boss. So we've got, like, not only our own rejuvenate triggers going on for the damage, but we've also got the frostbite stacking up as the enemy has to attack the sentient a bunch of times. Right. Don't like any of that. Offering Monument, I'll take. I'll still take it, happily. It's just grumble. Let's lower the cost on one of the Helical Crystallises and reroll, I think. That's really unfortunate. Specifically getting Surge Stone both times rather than actually getting your plus 10 is what I really wanted for the Glimmer. I want to be able to guaranteed play that. Offering Totem isn't bad either. Nice synergy with Edgebriar. That's one of the things I'm thinking about here in particular. Having the ability to use that to stack a ridiculous amount of regenerate on the rejuvenate rather on the sentient. Enemy center with armor 10. There's a unit draft in it for us. There's not much damage on these enemy lines. I'm fine with this. Is the plural of Crystallis crystallizes or crystalli? I think it'd be Crystallises. Clearly it's Crystallis, as there's already two of them there. No. That could work. Alright. Oh, Titan Sooth on the bottom line, Sentient on the top, and then pass. Easy. Get a train steward behind you. Yeah, so that I have a target to start using the steel enhancer on. Doesn't the Seraph clear buffs? It does. It does. Finally got some damage. Alright. Helical Crystallis and Steel Enhancer. We're fine, aren't we? Yep. Easy. Restorative Explosion. I think that's what it's called. Would be really good damage to synergize with all of this. Restoration Detonation. And yes, I'm keeping an eye out for it. Rashi says, hey Rhapsody, so for once I don't have a question for you, I have a challenge. As you said multiple times today, you like to break the game first, then play the game second. Yep. So I challenge you to break the game and get max in everything you can. To clarify, I mean the maximum amount of that which the game will allow. Anything you can get or apply to an ally or enemy, max out. For a few examples, multi-strike can't be maxed out, I don't think. Multi-strike could be maxed out, but I think its max might be like 999, and there's no way to do that without a multiplicative. Well, without a multiplicative or, 5 hours time and a certain... Well, but even the deck would run out, right? The fight would end before you'd have the ability to do that. You can max out multi-strike and max it to 999. You've done it twice in the same fight. What? That's wild. How would you build towards that? Like a double stacked... A double stacked Hellhorn's Tome that has consume removal as well as becomes 0 cost from... Oh, you get the event that takes a spell from you, it makes it 0 cost, and then it duplicates it into your deck every time you play it, and then you just have a bunch of draw. That event you used on Ritual of Battle. Yeah, it has to be something like that. That makes a lot of sense. Razor Sharp Edge, Wildwood Sap, and Sharpen. I'll take the Sap here happily. Do I want a Helical Crystallis again? Yes. Really? Do we want to do that? Nameless is better than a Steward. Take Nameless. Oh, I'm looking at the offering monument. Let's look how what we've got in the next area. In the next area, we've got a Stygian next to a Merchant of Magic. Or we've got a Merchant of Steel on the other side. Do I have any units yet? God, I still have no units. So we'll probably be going Stygian next to a Merchant of Magic. Oof. And that's Daedalus, isn't it? It's Daedalus with double explosions as well. I am very, very hopeful. You need damage now, though? Yeah, I do. I definitely do. I'm hoping to find it right here. Pourquoi? Alright, I'll take the Nameless Siren now. And as is customary, I'll lose as much health as possible. Okay, I want holdover on Glimmer, and then I want extra damage on it. Yeah, reduce the cost of the Helical Crystallis, reroll. Stop! Why is it always Surge Stone? Why is it always Surge Stone? Ugh. Let's make a Steel Enhancer 0 cost, I think, here. I'm happy making things 0 cost. It's just I'm not affecting the spells because, you know, Helical Crystallis I want to give other upgrades to. Frozen Lances, I don't want to make them 0 cost that much. The Restores, I'm hoping to get like an edge prior to make those 0 cost. The Steel Enhancers aren't going to get downgraded in cost by anything else, so I'll do that here. You don't need the extra damage on Glimmer, you have Spikes. I want it for the extra heal. Because right now, I have 1 Glimmer, 5 Restores, and a Wildwood Sap, which isn't enough healing. You'd reduce the cost of Glimmer? Really? I'm going Steel Enhancer. I want to give that spell damage much more than anything else. It's a rejuvenate trigger every turn, as well as a little bit of damage in the backline. Faith and Sour's never even punished. That's true. That's true. Still gonna go with this one, though. Because otherwise, I am just playing by someone else's proxy rather than my own. It would help with incanting the Siren. That's true. That's definitely true. I kind of still planning to play it most. Ooh, Offering Monument. Guess I just incan as much as I can here. So the Offering Monuments here are just to make sure that the Siren gets larger faster? That'll do. That'll work. Okay. Finally, we've got our regen, and we have our spikes. It's feeling a lot better now. We actually have some damage to take out this boss. Okay. You're rooted here, it's fine. I've got the kill next turn on you. Okay. Easiest glimmer of my life, although I should have used the offering monument before it. Siren looks pretty solid. I will agree, yes. It is a lot larger than I thought it was going to get. To be fair, you know, part of that is that I have a good target for my steel enhancers now. Okay. More regen. More regen. Even more regen. And again. Literally just enough for the kill here. In fact, I think if I cast another one, it might not be enough, because then the offering monument won't be able to take another hit from the Daedalus. I think if I cast anything else there, I was going to lose it. I mean, that's rage. We have rage in the build now, right? Is that... Can we grow fast enough for that to be good at all? I mean, I can give it permafrost. It's relatively early. Okay, but consider. I want to consider. Pretty expensive play for a maybe. A little. Negative consume, cast it multiple times. Oh, right. That's the consider, right. We'll see what we can do. Why must you give me tanks and rejuvenate triggers when I have a tank and rejuvenate triggers already? You are all familiar, something I do not need right now. And actually, the two of you are the most annoying, because if I focus on your rejuvenate triggers, I can't focus on the sentience. And if I can't focus on the sentience, I like the rejuvenate triggers on the sentient don't matter initially, right? These are at least growing. These only matter if there are units on that floor. But giving more regen to the sentient so it is better for the boss is more important. All right. Extra capacity gives me the ability to put down both offering monuments at the same time, but only if I have more zero-cost spells or an Edge Prior or something like that. Is that even worthwhile? And then the Edge Prior takes one of the spaces, right? We have... Honestly, draw seems pretty good here. Draw and then keep lowering the cost of things. Yeah. The best way to play more spells in a turn is draw there. Plus energy lets you hold over your Glimmer and Titan's Tooth in the same turn. Yeah, I'm not super nutty about that. Honestly, the Titan's Teeth in this deck aren't huge. I'll probably just go for the artifact here. Train Sewers now have Damage Shield 2 and Multi-Strike 1. Titan's Claws, though, at the end of turn, frozen cards reduces 0 cost. We have extra draw, and we don't play every card every turn. So we've already got like a natural reason to pick up the freezer. Negative consume and permafrost that adapting mutation. That's seeming a lot better, yeah. That is seeming a lot better. Alright. Yeah. Now let's find a Cuddle Hex somewhere. Don't have the space to play. The cuts here. Like, I'm not even far from just cutting both Titan's Teeth right now. In fact, I'm very much feeling like it. It could just be the Train Sewers, though. Dark Elfling, 66. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Much appreciated. Enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. I think I cut Stewards first. Frostbite can potentially be a lot of damage across a boss fight. The thing is, like, it's... While this represents a decent amount of damage in the boss fight, it's more damage for us to just stack more regen on our Awoken. Our Sentinel, rather. But you'd pick up Offering Token if you see it, because it's good in the deck anyway, and it's common. Yeah. Agreed. Alright, fine. I'm gonna jettison 2 of the Train Shields. That's a good point, well made. You're getting better on your Rejuvenate triggers, it's just... I hope they're useful. Oh god. Absolvers, so we need to set up down low as well. Yeah, I don't have enough heal in this deck to give my enemies +6 without dying to them. Ow. Okay. Sentient first. Let's go Offering, Helicul Crystallis. Give you regen so that you at least kill the frontliner there. Exposing the backliner so that I can kill it with a single... One sec. That collector isn't going to be got, is it? Oh wait, it's rooted. It's fine. It doesn't even leave this turn, so I can kill it next turn. There's our Nameless Siren, ready for this bottom floor. And then Frozen Lance for the top line, because I'm not letting that money get away from me. As much as I want to burn the weight of contrition, I think I need to kill that Clipped Guardian right now and start dealing with these top liners. Because they're just getting more and more units to join them now. That'll kill them in time, won't it? Yeah, it will. As much as I wanted to cast more spells there, killing both of the backline... No, killing both the backliners first probably didn't matter as much because the Stygian has stuff. I mean, the Offering Tokens... Sorry, the Frozen Lances wouldn't have been that much more anyhow. Alright. Ow. Still alive. Yikes, though. Extremely yikes. Take the Invigorating Solution for extra draw next turn. There's the Cuddle Hex, as well as Preserve. Cuddle Hex though. Okay. Spell upgrades. There are still very important spell upgrades for me to get over here. But here's a relic as well as look at another relic. Can you keep the Cuddle Hex alive though? Kind of. So, after the Offering Monuments are dead, it can go in the midline between the Nameless Siren and the Sentient. But it is hard. Need health as well. That's true. I'm going this way because I want my Glimmer to be good. Thank you! Finally! Oh! Okay. So now we can give Holdover to another thing here as well. Holdover on that Steel Enhancer is looking pretty good as well. Just play a Steel Enhancer on the Nameless Siren every single turn. Holds over on Helicals? Really? Holdover on Helicals is better for clearing each normal floor, but holdover on Steel Enhancer is better for clearing the bosses, and I'm having a harder time against the bosses than I am having against normal floors right now. So I think it's the holdover here. I'm not gonna decrease the cost yet. I'm gonna reroll first, just in case. Double stack. Yeah, double stack of Wildwood Sap. Happy. And do I lower its cost? Because I do need to be able to play it instantly when I draw it. And energy is a problem right now. The other option here, though, is just plus 10 on a Helical Crystallis. Doing that. Lower the cost of a restore, because it gets played more times over the cost of a fight. See, it's just like... So my initial, the way that I think about that initially is I look at the restores and I'm like, these will show up in more hands and they might be played. Whereas if I draw the, where are you? If I draw the Pyre Shards or the Wildwood Sap, I need to play those immediately. But furthermore than that, these become way better duplication targets when they have both of these upgrades on them, because it means that then if I have that same condition, right, I have all of these things that I want to play in the first cycle as quickly as I possibly can, and I don't really care whether I see them multiple times, and the 2 offering tokens, it enables me to kind of mill that out really, really quickly. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. That seems like... Is that a problem for us? Because we're going to set up on the top floor, 100% guaranteed. And units aren't going to move up because they're going to be stuck with Root Split Mask. That's nothing. Okay, no offering token right there. Yes! Got to the holdover in time as well. Great. We almost have enough to get the offering token to go away. Hang on. Okay, yeah. You're not an incant trigger, you're a harvest trigger. I forgot about that for a second there. The problem is both the overcharge tanks on the bottom lines also have harvest triggers, so if I play the train suit, I just buff their health. Do you ever give a tiny bit of attack to your Awoken? Why? I might be confused as to why I would do that. Go through more units. It's like a multi-strike. The small amount of attack that I would give to a Sentient is not going to be comparable in comparison to the spikes that it already has. So it being hit that many times means that it's not going to clear out like a chump before, you know, my backliner attacks or anything like that. So instead, I just want all of the attack on my backliner so that when all of the chumps are cleared, my backliner is hitting for more damage, so that when the Sentient does die, the backliner is still hitting for that extra damage. I don't think I put down the train suit here. Can I? No, because of the clip defenders blocking, I can't do it. Okay. There's the Cuddle Hex, but I know that I have another Offering Monument in this deck, and I think I might still need the draw from that. feels better than offering for free cards. I'm never going to get the offering down and then play all of the spells in time, am I? Fine, I agree. Boss is going to sweep it, though. I think it's probably time to use my adaptive mutation. Okay, and then just keep throwing spells on this top line, specifically the restores as well. Unfortunately, nothing we froze was really worthwhile. We only just survived that. Like, oh, through the casts we were doing there, we found lethal. Oh, this run! Gain 7 on the first turn of battle. I guess that's actually occasionally helpful. Sure. There's the Edge Prior. I would have to wait until after the next boss before I can get the capacity. But it's everything I've been asking for. I can hardly turn it down. Awake is great, though. It's a large amount of regen. It's also very expensive. Guardian's Amulet, Ice Storm, Drain. It could be none of these. Yeah, it's none. Pretty happy with the none there. Okay, so we can go for the Forgotten Boons as well as the Merchant of Magic here, which, you know, the targets there are the Adaptive Mutation. I can also just dupe Adaptive Mutation over this way. Permafrost is also a good pickup for us. Permafrost on, like, anything expensive just means it reduces its cost for the next turn, plays it free. Duping. Honestly, duping would probably be on the Wildwood Sap at this point. Maybe the Steel Enhancer? Actually, probably the Wildwood Sap. I think it'd be Wildwood Sap. The removal of 2 things from the deck is also kind of nice. It would honestly, at this point, just be cutting Train Stewards. Duping Wildwood Sap, that would be better for boss killing. I agree. Alright. Because every extra point of regen is way more important than the previous point of regen. So, an example would be, if you have 1 stack of regen, you heal 1 health, and then you lose the stack. If you have, you know, let's say twice as many stacks of regen, 2 stacks of regen, you heal 2 health, lose the stack, 1 health, lose the stack. So you've got 3. You're doubling, your second stack was worth twice as much as your first stack. It doesn't continue in the exact same trend, but it does continue. Okay, Hellvent is Wildwood Sap. And yeah, I will cut the Train Stewards because our first cycle matters a lot to us. Okay, Fel empowers units with Rage. So if we set up down to the bottom, so regen is like STS Poison in reverse. It's like STS regen. That's such a funny way to explain it. Like, oh, it's like poison but in reverse. It's like poison in reverse in reverse. I have no Train Steward, so the Cuddle Hex can't be protected by anyone. My only reason for wanting to set up down low at the moment would be for killing the enemies before they get that much rage on them. It's just also, I think I leave these people to just go past if I do that. I need the time to kill out this Alabaster Guardian here, so I think I do have to go top. You can throw Cuddle in mid in order to get out of the deck. I don't know if I want to get it out of the deck is the thing. Let's go for Fire Shards, Stealing Hearts. Again, just restore, I think. Restore, actually. Restore, Glimmer. Great. Now I just need the other one as soon as I can get it. Thankfully, they have Root Split here for an extra turn. Otherwise, life would be real hard. Okay. That's right. We actually managed to get a run past Daedalus today. I'm as surprised as you are. If you are absolutely floored. Okay, a little bit more on you. Fine, I'm going Edge Prior, I think, here now. Daedalus the pushover, as he will always be named. Oh no. If he's a pushover, what am I? Please have my adapting mutation game. I know it's in here somewhere. I just cast more spells on the top line. As in, he pushes us over? Okay. Right. I get it. I'm following now. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Now we're borrowing weeklies from the same Blockbuster video. Alright. Unfortunately, I did not find the adapting mutation at the very end there, but we still had enough of the kill. And again, it was another case of just at the very end, casting the final spells, did we have enough to kill that boss. Shard Channeler. We lose our shards in the final fight, so I'm not super interested in that. Also, the Seraph the Chase purges their debuffs in the final fight, so I'm not super interested in giving them the Spike of the Stygian. Siren Song actually isn't that bad. No, it is! It is! It is. It is. If a unit has rooted on it and you try and ascend it, it removes rooted. And the unit stays where it was. It would give it days 3 at least. But then it doesn't attack my spikes. Skipped a bunch of restores early. Every restore you cast in combat is worth 130 boss damage. From the regen as well as the ability to keep me alive for another turn so the Nameless Siren gets another hit in. Yeah, I should be doing that more commonly. I try and think of stacking regen early, but then I kind of lose it a little bit. Are we going to lose regen in the final fight? Oh, we are. Yeah, 100%. Oh, it's going to happen. By that time, hopefully. We're going to lose rage in the final fight as well, by the way. Actually, this is something we haven't thought about yet. The Nameless Siren is just going to lose rage. Ow. Losing spikes too. Yeah, I expected to lose spikes. So the Light of the Seraph here for the capacity does give us the ability to be a little less chunked up, so we can run out, like, you know, 2 Offering Monuments at the same time, or Offering Monument Edge Prior, so we can cycle through the whole deck, as well as, like, Cuddle Hex, something like that. I think I do go with the Light of the Seraph. I think this actually represents extra draw as well as extra energy, because it gives me the ability to play things that manipulate my draw and manipulate my energy. Honestly, the Nameless Siren getting this far without a minion upgrade is just tragic. Multi-strike me. I can't large stone you, can I? No. I don't want any of these. think it's reroll. We need Endless on the Monument? No, we don't. So if you give Endless to... So when you reform a unit, or it has Endless, or it comes back in any way from being dead, it keeps the buffs that it had before it died. An Offering Monument keeps the debuffs it had before it died. So it would be dead constantly. It would have no health. What does Endless do? It means if the unit dies, instead of going to your consume pile, it goes back atop the deck. That was a garbage Merchant of Steel. I absolutely hate that I could not get more powerful there. It's honestly hilarious, yeah. If I hadn't found out that that happens that way from learning from someone else's mistake, that would have been really funny to find out myself. I honestly think I have enough health. But the thing is, the purifiers are on the bottom floor, so I need to set up somewhere. And if I'm setting up on the bottom floor, I might not have enough damage to cut through steel wings and stuff like that, so maybe I can't take this. Yeah, I have to set up on the bottom floor. Or I just cast Glimmer on the wrong floor. Glimmer on the wrong floor isn't that bad. It does cost me healing, but casting it on the bottom floor is so much easier. But then I don't get the extra turn of holding them there. I don't think I can take this. You can always set up top floor because of root though. Yeah, but the problem is these purifiers in the back line, they have a resolve trigger, which triggers after combat to add a self-mutilation to the top of your draw pile. So if I let these go, you know, round 1, bottom floor, round 2, neck and floor, and then go to the top floor before I actually kill them, every single one of them is going to add 2 Scourges to my deck, which denies me 2 draws and denies me 2 money. You have 20 regen active with the Wildwood Saps. I'm just worried that if I have to set up on the bottom floor, things like the Steel Wings are going to be able to go straight up to the top, and then they're just going to knock my heart out. Let's try it. Can't actually see the NPC. Ah, right, sorry. Yeah, it's the purifiers that are making this a problem. Oh, hello, Gilded Wing. Uh-oh. Well. Restores, please. That's not a restore. Okay, I'm gonna give a Steel Enhancer to you for the extra draw. Nope, Titan's Tooth. Okay, Glimmer. Feeling a lot better now. I'm gonna give you again a Steel Enhancer just for a draw. It also heals the Offering Monument beyond a point where it can get another card draw for me later. I'm just gonna set up a Cuddle Hex on the top floor to keep this. Hey, nice Cuddle Hex. It's fine, I get to hold it. Gonna have to find a way to kill that Gilded Wing though. It's probably gonna be a Helical Crystallis if I had to guess. Okay. Offering Monument. Can I please find the Edgebriar now? Right now? Oh, wait, it's in... I found it instantly after I asked for it. Isn't that weird? I drew it. I drew it after I asked for it. I definitely didn't have it in hand. I drew it, okay? We all saw me draw it. I don't know why anyone's saying I didn't. Yeah, this Rejuvenate is a lot better than I've ever given it credit for as well, by the way. I'm very happy to say that I was 100% wrong about it. I knew you could shake this challenge easily. I'm amazed, honestly. I thought I was definitely dying clicking that button. But again, like, I don't have a good read on the power level of the Rejuvenate Sentient, as has been made very abundantly clear. Great. This actually worked, like 100%. I don't want to use the adapting mutation at all, as you might imagine. Cuddle Hex didn't freeze anything there. Can it not freeze blights? No, the randomly targeted freezes won't freeze blights, but your own targeted freezes, like the permafrost thing, can do it. Spreading spores. Channel Song is also actually not bad here, I will say, because we have nothing but the good units that we want in the deck, so as long as we draw it before we draw our final unit, it's actually huge. But I think it's Spreading Spores here, and the reason is because I need a way to keep some spikes and some regen in the Seraph the Chase fight. Spreading Spores is not the pick, you need a unit upgrade. I'm worried if I go for the unit upgrades and I miss, I lose. I think that Spreading Spores has the ability to make sure that I don't miss. Although it does get between our future abilities to cast things like the Restores. Like our Cycle is really bad unless I double negative cost this. I could double negative cost it though. Spreading Spores is not that great with Rejuvenate Sentient. When I'm about to lose my spikes and my regen before the boss, like this double regen thing, that immediately gets halved by the boss that I'm about to fight. I just worry that I'm not going to be able to stay. You stand by Channel Song? What would I throw into the Hell Vent, right? Let's ask that question. Probably Steel Enhancer. Yeah, the holdover Steel Enhancer looks like what I'd throw in there. Unless, you know, Merchant of Trinkets or Merchant of Magic happens to change my mind. Regen pot? Really? The regen pot? But I'm not setting up a second floor, so it feels like the Seraph is just going to halve my stuff every turn. What's the Covenant level? 18. Spreading Spores, upgrade it, dupe it? That's too much. Because it's still a very slow start. The thing about Spreading Spores is, like, it's a very slow start. And our, where are you? Our Nameless Siren is also a very slow start. You're setting up a second floor with Cuddle Hex. Am I? How do I defend the second floor with the Cuddle Hex? Because is this Seraph the Chase not going to put Light Wings in front of the Seraph and the Cuddle Hex and just kill it? Wait, hang on. I'm setting up on the top floor. How do I set up a second floor with the Cuddle Hex? Literally all of the enemies are going to run by the Cuddle Hex before they kill me. Your game plan here is Sentient Second. Sentient Second. And then the Incantries have to go there, so the Cuddle Hex is on the top floor, then? If you don't have a second floor Seraph, visit your only floor. Oh yeah, I know that one, Panch. I've eventually started to clock the fact that it'll just constantly go there. You need 2 floors, otherwise Spreading Spores won't even save you. So what that then means, I think actually here, is that I need to go to the Merchant of Steel, but for a weird reason, and it's to give health to the Cuddle Hex. Preserve, apply Frozen to a card in your hands. No, we just want to be able to play all of them. Yes, it does mean I can make something 0 cost, but it has to be in the same hand as my... it has to be in the same hand specifically as my Titan's Tooth for it to actually be valuable. Because, like, what, am I going to lower the cost of a Helical Crystallis to play it next turn? I want to play it now. Almost always. What does Permafrost mean? It means it applies Frozen to itself. Multi-strike. Please don't do me dirty like this. These are all awful. For us. First time a friendly unit is healed each turn, draw 1. That's just an extra draw for us. Apply spell weakness 2 to enemy units when they enter the room below the pyre room. That's... Jack strips. Endless to the cuddle seems not so bad to you. Really? Is that not bad? Let's think about endless on the cuddle. If it dies at the end of at each turn, I replay it each turn. Costs us a draw, costs us an energy. But then every turn I get a frozen card, and every turn the Seraph has like a second floor to target. Alright, I'll give it endless. I'll give it endless, but honestly what I actually want here is I want to give it plus health after this. I'm just gonna give the Nameless Iron plus damage, because I'm not gonna give it quick. Ugh. Our upgrades have been so bad. Definitely take the sap tap. I'm gonna reroll. I think Jack Strips has already solved my Glimmer. Units gain an extra upgrade slot, so I can what? Make it quick? I think I take Firewall. Quick Cuddle to deal with the Light Wings. Yeah? Yeah? That's... Sure. Like, I hate that I have to do it, but yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Parts of me hurt that I didn't know I had. Frozen Lancers just get cut. Yeah, 100%. It's just 2 Frozen Lancers. What a weird build. Yeah, this is gonna be a hard one to say goodbye to when it inevitably dies. I mean, when it possibly dies, because it might, it probably won't. We're so dead. Hello, Cuddlehex. Gotta play that for the holdover. And now I don't want to play anything, because if I draw the Nameless Siren, I wouldn't be able to play it. So I have to hold. Save Sap for final, I know. I haven't played it. That's intentional. Otherwise, I would have played it here to draw for the Siren. Yeah, Cuddlehex is gonna do it. I still use the Pyre Shards though, don't I? Why would you want to play the spirits before you can play out your spells? The spirits that lose health on incant. Because these ones? Because I want them to lose their health. They lose their health to give me a benefit. Draw 1 card. Wait, the channel song can still draw the Edge Prior, and then I'll be able to play it. Okay. I mean, I've got to get it sometime. Okay. And then our restores are free. Great. 20 damage prior? Yeah. 20 damage before and next. Okay. Now we have a decent build. I just gotta stack the Nameless Siren much higher. No, I'm gonna Glimmer next turn. I just Titan Sooth here then. Adaptive Siren next turn. Before the Purge? No. I don't know when I'm gonna adapt it. I needed the second adaptive really to be super comfortable adapting it consistently. I don't know when I do it. Seal enhancing. You can adaptive relatively early here. So what's my damage? 20 health. 29. So what? I go 49 health. I go 24 damage. 24 damage with the rage is 48. It's just an upgrade in terms of its health. The thing is, like, is that gonna save it even the ability to hit the Seraph the Chaste? How much does the Seraph deal? Yeah, isn't the Seraph like 44 at this point? Actually, ideally, you save it until the last turn. Yeah, that's what I was kind of expecting to have to do. Because then I have 2 turns of the Seraph climbing so that I can just build up stacks. Because it's not going to be purging while it's doing its climb. I'm going to put some more Frostbite on the Seraph the Chaste. It gives me the ability to... I mean, I was already going to freeze the Wildwood Sap, right? But if we... No, but you still halve every turn. Never mind, I shouldn't have done that. That was wrong. I thought it was right at the time. It wasn't. Okay. Hold the game. Hey, Rap, since the whole Blizzard bad debacle is blown over, any chance you'll return to Hearthstone? Did they change? Did they fundamentally become a different company at some point? I'm not worried about, like, the public outcry about it. I'm worried about whether or not it's ethical to do. Keep throwing out those restores. Yeah, the Rejuvenate Sentient is so much better than I've ever given it credit for. My gosh. Cuddle Hex is hard carrying the build with those freezes. Yeah, the ability to play both the Wildwood Saps right now is so damn important. Okay. It's 50 extra. Never mind, this is... Ugh. bad you didn't draw the final sap. Was there a final sap? Because we didn't go to the Merchant of Magic for the Duke. So I didn't get an extra one. The reason you lost is because you don't floss. Source M Dentist Skid. I do need to floss more commonly. That's a fair point, well made. It was close. It was close. You needed more regen? I mean, yeah. Yes. It's just hard to get that. Alright, let's go to the run summary. I feel pretty good about that run, despite the fact that it didn't win. It was a good exploration of the Rejuvenate Sentient, as well as very good use of the Root Split Mask through the entirety of it. Honestly, like, the Nameless Siren getting multi-strike at any point there would have won us that easily. 100%. Other things that we could have done. Honestly, I'm thinking about the cards that were offered to me. I'm not seeing that many other things we could have done. Like, for this incarnation of the build, I think this is basically not as well as it could be played, obviously. I'm not going to make that claim, but I think this is basically the best that I could make the deck. Oh well. Still a decent run.